sometimes we just don't have the courage to
Mhm.
speak up. And that's what we lacked. We lacked courage because we wanted, that person or those people to like us. So
Right.
because of that, we became people pleasers. So sometimes you just don't, the person, I mean, you say, okay, you bullying me. Maybe you don't know, or I'm gonna let you get by with that. I'm not gonna say nothing. Sometimes it's because you lack courage
Mhm.
not to say anything.
I
You just don't have the ability to because of where your mind is, and in that case, your mind is, I want you to like me. So if I don't check you,
Yeah.
then maybe you'll
Like me
That's
later.
true. I
right,
Rose colored glasses.
yeah,
I'll say that I I I have been sitting in that place. It is familiar to me because sometimes we take ownership of our own faults, right? And so
yes,
because we
Mhm.
take ownership of what we
Yeah, those
don't do
something.
well, we will excuse somebody else's mistreatment of us because of our own mistakes. And
yes,
that's not correct.
Mhm.
You don't make yourself a
Right,
victim and a martyr because of your humanity, but that doesn't
right,
mean somebody else's has humanity to plague yours.
yeah,
right. There you go. There
yeah,
you
Yeah,
go.
it is challenging to navigate that, to sit with it because you've hurt yourself because you didn't protect yourself, right?
yeah,
It
Right.
was nobody else's responsibility to protect you more than
But
you,
you.
yeah.
Right,
right?
right.
Yeah, that's hard.
Yeah, yeah.
With the different types of bullies, when I shared that with Gene, I'm sorry, when I shared that with Gene, he eventually told me, there's a self bully too. You can bully yourself, self bully. And I was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
what? And
Rude.
then I looked it
Right.
up and I was like, wow, I didn't know,
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
And
and
often,
been there.
and
go ahead.
oftentimes because of the fact that we take on other people's perspective of us, and then we recycle it over and over again in our head, we become our worst critic. I mean,
Yeah,
there's a whole cliche about that, you know. And it's not only because we allow, so it's like we blame ourselves for allowing the person to do what they did to us. And then we, in essence, co sign it by saying, well, but, I feel like I deserve this for whatever reason, you know.
yeah,
And again, like you said before, it's like you have to acknowledge the fact that this is what you did, grieve who you were at that time, own the situation. That's the big thing. A lot of us, we don't own our grief, our pain, and our faults. And also, we don't embrace our greatness. So it's like
Mm.
a lot of the aspects of us we have to acknowledge, especially when you're going through a situation where a person is misusing you, treating you like you're not, like you're less than you are, like they're equal. Um, you know, then it's don't be like you said, don't beat yourself up about it, but you definitely have to own it and do the work to never be in that position